So today we're going to install the Mojo Moto rear disc brake on a 2024 Husqvarna TE300. We're going to start with opening this bolt. It's a 30. We're going to remove it, take the shaft out and remove the wheel. So now we're going to remove the screws 1, 2, and 3. So removing this, taking those two pieces apart, we're going to start with this part and take it back to the brake disc here. So now I need to take the brake pad, the brake disc all out. So I'm just gonna slide this thing up and take it out. And I'm going to remove the brake pads. So we're going to pull the pins, but we need to remember the way they're aligned, so they need to stay the same way like this. So we're going to pull 1, 2 and take that pin out, and then we can take the brake pads out, which is this and that. If I already took them out, I'm gonna give them a little clean, some brake cleaner, just to make sure it's all nice. So once we remove the brake pads, those two parts can be separated. So all you need to do is just push it and they're coming out. One piece has one pin right here that goes inside here, and the other one has the other pin that goes here. And now we just need to change that part with our part. The parts are very similar. I'm just gonna have to move, the pin and that little rubber piece. I'm just gonna move everything from one thing to another. So we take that pin, this is a 12, I'm just gonna take it out. So I'm gonna put a little Loctite on this guy, and also on the other screws that I'm gonna put inside. And after that, I'm gonna put a tiny little grease on this, so it will slide in and out very easily. That's the new piece. We already put the little rubber in, and we're just gonna screw this guy in. So now we're pulling that piece from here. It was very easy to pull, just pull it with your fingers. We're gonna put it back in here. You want to make sure that the two little pieces of metal here are sitting like flush with the aluminum on both sides. I'm going to reconnect those 3 bad boys in here. It'll be nice. I'm going to put a little Loctite as well. So now I slide it back in, make sure this pin sits inside its boot and this pin sits inside its boot. And just like I pull it out, I just pull it back in. Making sure that this thing inside here is still nice and flush. And once you're going to start applying the brake pads back in, they supposed to slide inside of here. So I kept the same orientation. I'm going to put the brake pads in, close the pin in, and then 2 pins top and bottom. Right and left. All right, we put it back in. What's important to know is that the one with the stainless steel side is sitting on the right. That's the part when the piston is pushing into. So just make sure this is what you're doing. And of course, the pins need to sit, the brake pads need to sit inside that slot here. Perfectly nice. And that's it. Now we're gonna slide it back in, just like the previous one. Yeah, and you're gonna start closing things up. And this is it, putting the wheel back. Got a guard, beautiful.